Welcome back to Witchtober. Today is day 16, and these are my 5 favorite essential oils. So, of course, I love a lot of them, and not everyone is a huge fan of essential oils. I personally have really liked them, but depending on your life situation, you might be more of an incense person, or you might be more of an herb person, or a crystal person. I'm just really liking essential oils right now. So, these are some that I have had in the past that I've used and some that I'm currently using, and eventually I will get more, but it's also getting to be the Yuletide season because I buy in advance. So I'm already starting on Yule shopping, so me buying random essential oils versus another gift that I could give is low on the priority list, right? So these are mine. Some of them I have, some I don't, but I have had in the past. So number 1 is sage. If you don't like to use sage, usually they don't have like straight like the white sage that everyone is up in a his fit about. They usually use like clary sage, pretty much the same thing. I've never noticed a smell difference, but if you don't want to use sages at all, you could also use rosemary. It also smells really good, but I love to use that for cleansing. I never realized how and it's the little things that make a difference in life, but using my diffuser as a way to make magic go easier and less energy used by me is a game changer. So I love being able to cleanse spaces by plopping my little diffuser, my little bloop of my essential oil, my sage, and then leaving it for hours, and it's wonderful and I love it. And I want to get more of them so I don't have to keep lugging my poor machine around, and just have it in a few key areas of the house and do that, you know, once a month or so to just cleanse the spaces. It makes such a difference. Next is cinnamon. I love cinnamon. This is one that if I had the oil, I would use it. I don't, so I've been using, like I talked about it earlier in this month, I have my little sticks of cinnamon, and I love there's this thing that goes around all the time that at the first of every month, you're supposed to blow a little bit of cinnamon through your front door. Obviously be careful if you have kids and pets. And it's supposed to bring in like abundance and luck and everything. And if you don't want to do that, if you have pets and kids, you just take a cinnamon stick and you just huck it through your front door, and it does the same trick. And then you're supposed to hang it above your door. You could also use a cinnamon oil for that as well, but it's really good for a lot of different things: protection, love, money, abundance, all sorts of stuff. And so it also has a little bit of a fiery kick to it. So I love cinnamon as well. I think it is one, if I remember correctly though, that you need to be careful that if you touch the oil with your skin directly, it can cause some issues, especially if you have sensitive skin. I don't really have sensitive skin. My mom does though. Like even lavender oil, she like breaks out. Her skin says no. So you gotta be careful and always wash your hands immediately after handling oils. If it gets on your skin, always wash your hands. Lots of soap, and also to dilute them if you're going to be touching them. Like if you're dressing candles and stuff, dilute it down with some kind of an oil. Even olive oil or like almond oil works just as well as the more elaborate ones like jojoba that we don't normally have in our house. Most people have some kind of an oil that you can use in your kitchen. The next one that I am so stoked to restock, I think it's going to be my next purchase actually, is lemon. Lemon is so great for uplifting and just like bringing in like some positive vibes to a space. It also makes it feel very clean, but like it gives it the energy of sunshine, and I love it. And it makes it smell nice too. Lavender, of course, I use this all the time, pretty much every night. I will put it in my diffuser and it helps me to sleep. It's a very calming, and especially like if you have a very chaotic day and your house is just filled with that energy, or you are filled with that energy, diffusing a little bit of that is amazing. And the last oil that I absolutely love is patchouli. It is one that not everyone loves. It's a very deep, earthy, musky kind of a smell. Not everyone loves it. It's also the one that right up next to weed, everyone's like, oh, you're one of those people. But it smells so good. I don't know why people don't like this plant. It smells amazing. And to me, it's very grounding. Like the second you smell it, you're just like, oh, everything's fine in the world. But also I love to use it for any spiritual work. And maybe it's because a lot of my deities are typically associated with earth. And so, you know, any death deity easily connected to earth. And, you know, right now working with Freya, like she's an earth goddess. So yeah, I love I love patchouli. Anytime I'm doing any magical work, it is one of my go-tos. I think you can also use it for like money magic. I typically just use it as like an offering and it's a good one just to use when I'm doing any sort of spiritual work, but mostly if I'm working with deities, it's like an offering kind of a thing, or like setting the tone for a space. And also, again, grounding. So those are my essential oils that I absolutely love. There are plenty others that I love. You know, bergamot's really good, and rose is uberly expensive, so I don't think I've ever actually owned true rose oil. And, you know, I also love just like a citrus one because it smells like oranges and it's amazing. And I had one kit a long time ago that had, I think it was like, I want to say like 12 different scents. And they were really good. I think there might even be like a pine one that I'm tempted to get. Like there's a lot that you can find online, and sometimes you can find them locally as well. Just make sure if you're looking into buying them that you don't get suckered into MLMs. Those are sketchy. So there's certain brands like doTERRA is notorious for being a very sketchy MLM. So just be careful with that, you know. Find a company that you feel comfortable with. I've been liking Eden's Garden, which is weird because it's Eden, but whatever, I kind of like them. It doesn't give off an MLM vibe. And I can also just buy it from Amazon, which makes it easy. So you don't have to go find like a local MLM person to buy from. So, and of course you can find some at your local shops. They often sell a lot of variety of different ones too. But again, we talked about this. There's really not any close to me that have good parking areas. And well, none are close to me, first of all. And then also most of the parking situations, just I don't want to deal with it. So I don't. So anyways, I would love to know which essential oils you use if you use them in the comments down below. A huge thank you to my patrons. If you would like to support me and get access to exclusive content, it's patreon.com/nightwillowcrafts. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I post every single day, and until next time, bless be.